We share the same roof, but sometimes we live in two different worlds. Cats cannot speak. They only use their souls to feel the depth of silence. Do you ever wonder if that tiny heart is starting to crack under the weight of being ignored? The wall between you grows taller with every passing day. They watch us move through life, hoping for a moment of connection that never comes. A house is not a home when love becomes a forgotten memory. Sometimes our touch is brief and hollow, a mere habit rather than a gesture of affection. To a cat, this indifference feels like a cold winter wind. I ask you to stay with me until the end of this journey. This video isn't just to watch. It's a promise to understand your feline friend. For the sake of the creature that waits for you every day, let us explore the hidden signs of a heart that feels unloved and deeply lonely. Their language is subtle, written in the flick of a tail or the direction of a gaze.
We must learn to read the poetry of their sorrow.
If you recognize these signs, it is never too late to mend the bridge. Love is a choice we make every single time we look at them. Commit yourself to this moment of reflection. Your cat's happiness depends on your willingness to see the truth behind their silent golden eyes and quiet presence. The first sign is the retreat into shadows. When a cat feels unloved, they seek safety in the dark, hiding away from a world that feels indifferent. They aren't just sleeping, they are withdrawing. Their hiding spot becomes a sanctuary from the pain of being overlooked by the person they once trusted most. This silence is a scream for attention. They choose the corners of the house because they no longer feel like they belong in the center of it. The second sign is the avoidance of your gaze. Eye contact is a profound connection for cats, and breaking it is a sign of deep emotional distance. When they look away, they are protecting themselves from the sting of rejection. It's as if they are trying to become invisible to avoid further disappointment. This cold shoulder is a reflection of the warmth they haven't received. They are mirroring the emotional vacuum that has grown between you over several months. Sign number 3 is excessive grooming. When a cat feels anxious and unloved, they turn to self-soothing behaviors that can eventually become physically harmful and destructive. They lick themselves until they are sore, trying to wash away the stress of their isolation. It is a desperate attempt to find comfort within themselves. Conversely, some may stop grooming altogether. A disheveled coat is the mark of a spirit that has given up, losing interest in even its own survival. These physical changes are the external manifestations of internal wounds. Their body is telling the story that their voice cannot find the words to speak. Here is a solution. Try the slow blink.
In the world of cats, a slow blink is a cat kiss, a sign of trust and peace.
When you blink slowly at them, you are saying, "I love you," in their own language. It is the first step toward rebuilding a broken bond. It is a simple gesture that requires no words, only presence. Watch as their tension melts away, replaced by the flicker of a long-lost emotional connection. This small act of vulnerability can open doors that have been shut for a long time. It signals that you are once again a safe harbor. Be patient with them. Reclaiming their heart is a slow process, but every slow blink is a seed of love planted in the soil of trust. They want to trust you again. They are waiting for you to prove that their love is returned and that they are safe in your heart. Sign number 4 is unusual vocalization. When the house grows dark and quiet, their cries become a haunting melody of loneliness and deep-seated existential anxiety. These aren't their usual chirps for food. These are long, drawn-out sounds that carry the weight of a soul feeling abandoned in the middle of nowhere. They cry to the walls because they feel you are no longer listening. It is a desperate reach for any kind of response, even the negative one. Listen to the tone of their voice. It has lost its playful edge, replaced by a rasp of sorrow that echoes through the empty hallways of home. Sign 5 is a loss of appetite. Food is often a joy, but for a depressed cat, even their favorite treats can lose their enticing, familiar flavor. They might sniff the bowl and walk away, their hunger eclipsed by a heavy heart. A full stomach cannot fill the void of a starving spirit. When the physical desire for sustenance fades, it shows how deeply their emotional state has deteriorated. They are losing the will to engage with life's pleasures. Sign number 6 is destructive behavior. A cat who suddenly begins to tear at furniture isn't being bad. They are expressing a frantic inner turmoil. Each scratch and broken object is a physical manifestation of their frustration. They are trying to leave a mark on a world they feel forgotten by. Instead of anger, look for the pain behind the act. They are crying out for you to notice them, even if it means getting into trouble. Try this. Set a fixed time for play and routine. Stability is the foundation of security. Your presence is the greatest gift you can provide them. Re-establishing these habits tells the cat that they are a priority in your life. It builds a predictable world where they feel safe and loved. Sometimes, just sitting in the same room without demands is enough. Let them come to you at their own pace, honoring their fragile boundaries and needs. In the quiet moments of shared silence, the heart begins to heal. You are proving that you are there, steady and reliable, despite the past. Trust is a fragile thing, but through consistent kindness, it can bloom again.
Every minute you spend together is a brick in their new home. Listen to the change in their spirit.
When they feel seen, the destruction stops and the healing begins. They just want to belong to you. Sign 7 is sudden aggression. When a cat growls or hisses at your touch, it is often a defensive mechanism born from a feeling of insecurity. They aren't being mean, they are protecting a heart that feels vulnerable. To them, your touch has become unpredictable and untrustworthy over a long time. Fear and love cannot occupy the same space. When love is absent, fear moves in, turning a gentle companion into a cornered, frightened animal at home. They are on high alert, waiting for the next moment of neglect or misunderstanding. Their claws are the only way they know how to set boundaries. Sign 8 is avoiding the litter box. Going outside their box is a significant distress signal, often used to mark territory when they feel displaced.
They are trying to surround themselves with their own scent to feel secure in a house where they no longer feel they have a solid place.
It is a cry for help, not a lapse in training. Their environment has become a source of stress, and their behavior is a mirror of that. The final sign, number 9, is total depression. This is the most heartbreaking stage, where the cat becomes a ghost of its former vibrant, happy self. They no longer care to play, to eat, or even to move. Their spirit has retreated so far into itself that the world outside ceases to exist. This is the silence of a broken bond. When a creature that lives for connection finally gives up, the light in their eyes simply goes out. It is a state of emotional shutdown. They have accepted the loneliness, and in doing so, they have lost the very essence of what it means to live. A scratched hand can heal quickly, but the scars on a cat's mind take much longer to fade. We must be the ones to heal them.
The journey back from this darkness is long and requires infinite patience.
It starts with a single, gentle step and a heart full of true remorse. They are still in there, waiting for a reason to come back. They are waiting for you to call them home to your heart once more. Don't rush the process of reconnection. Every tiny movement toward you is a victory of love over fear. Every inch is a mountain moved by grace. That small touch is a bridge over an ocean of neglect. It is the beginning of a new chapter, written with kindness and deep mutual understanding. Can you feel the tension leaving the air? This is what it looks like when a soul begins to breathe again after a long, suffocating silence. The scars may remain, but they become part of a story of survival and redemption. You are learning to be the guardian they always deserved. Look deeply into those eyes again. This time, don't look past them. Look into them and see the beautiful, complex life that is now returning.
This is the sound of trust being rebuilt.
This is the feeling of a heart that is no longer alone, but cherished and held with care. The house is full again, not with furniture, but with the presence of two souls who have finally found each other in the vast, quiet space. Love is more than just feeding or cleaning. It is the profound empathy between two different souls sharing a single, beautiful life under one roof. Go home today and look into their eyes. Start over from the beginning, with a heart wide open and a spirit ready to listen to them. Because your cat doesn't just need to live in your house. They need to live in your heart. They are your family, your quiet, loyal companions. Thank you for listening and for choosing to understand the silent language of love. Your journey toward a deeper connection has only just begun today. May your home always be filled with the soft purr of a cat who knows, beyond any shadow of a doubt, that they are truly loved. Because every cat deserves to be the center of someone's world. Cherish them, for their time with us is a precious and fleeting gift of love.